a question I'd like to ask you. I think I will ask Sam this actually when he does make his return. To start things today is, if you could telepathically say something that all 8 billion on Earth could hear at once, what would it be? So imagine it as if, like, you know, when you're in a shop and someone says something over the... Okay. So if you were speaking, Sento, over the microphone, which was suddenly hooked up to every speaker in...
Is it a word?
Anything you want. It could be a sentence, it could be a passage of a book, or like a religious... You know, it could be anything. But yeah, just imagine your voice just hooks up to every speaker in everyone's room, you know, all the big speakers in the state, every speaker in the world, all the shops. Suddenly your voice comes out. What does it say?
I was completely blank there. I don't know. You were looking at my camera, right? Yeah. Yeah, that was why you were laughing. Yeah. Oh man. You know, the thing is, I'm really, I'm between two options. You know, basically to actually tell the world to come on, man, grab yourself together because we're going to shit. But in a good way, you know, like take my time, explain it well. Or just go to, like, fuck you, you know, like, I hate this world.
I was literally about to say, like, I can imagine Sento just coming on the speaker, just going, fuck you.
Yeah.
But no, that would, I think you've got an opportunity there to say something. You know, you could even, I don't know, say Valencia are the best. Valencia is the best city in the world. Yeah, and that would probably do a lot, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah, come on. Oh Jesus.
Well, you could say Peter Lim. You could say Peter Lim. Get out.
I would just create. I would create a. I don't know. Peter Lim. Come on, no, I'm not gonna give me more publicity unless I say Peter Lim is a cunt. I can say that. Yeah, man. Yes, there we go. You got. Yeah, I got it. That's it. I'll go with that. Peter Lim is a cunt. Can it be reproduced in every language depending on who's listening?
Yeah, okay. I'll allow that.
All right.
Yeah, that can work.
What about you then?
I think if I came onto the Tannoy system, every supermarket as well, you know, everyone's going to hear you.
Every supermarket is going to hear you, mate.
And every state, every rate, you know, everything, all the radio, everyone in the car, the radios. Probably say, stop buying everything brand new. Stop buying clothes every week. And stop buying so much plastic. And stop driving your car every day if you don't have to. Try and save the planet. Yeah. Try and save the planet. Be nice to animals and be nice to bloody people, actually.
Yeah, everyone.
Have a good day. Merry Christmas. That's what I'd say. I don't know.
So
actually.
I mean, Merry Christmas. I mean, we didn't really specify.
Actually, yeah.
Hey, what about if this is the 16th of July or something of the sort?
Well, what about
Merry Christmas will sound a bit weird.
Well, what about if it's in a country that doesn't celebrate Christmas as well? Because many countries don't celebrate Christmas, so that will be pretty weird. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, that's quite a polite thing to be saying, isn't it? That's like saying, "Oh, I've got an opportunity here to do some good. I'm going to make use of it." When actually, you could just say,
"Fuck you."
Yeah, fuck you. Literally. Or you could say, yeah, or you could, yeah. Actually, who is it out there? Maybe like Piers Morgan or someone like that. You could really have, actually, the British government. The British government are useless. Maybe that's what I'd say. Anyway.
All governments, just for that.
Yeah, corrupt. You're all corrupt. Anyway. Maybe it's time to move on to the football. But lest I forget, welcome to the Pixel Players podcast. Episode, I want to say 14. I think we have recorded the 14th episode, but it didn't go too well. So welcome to the Pixel Players podcast, episode 14. And as we may have said previously in the warm-up to this, in this little intro we've just said, Sam is not here. And Sam, it'd be nice to have Sam here, but he's he just couldn't face it. I mean, being a Tottenham fan and Harry Kane missing the penalty, he just couldn't bring himself to talk about what happened 2 days ago, which is fair enough. You know, Spurs fans typically haven't had the most, the best rub of the green, have they, Sento?
Yeah, he even had to move house. His whole house brought him too many memories of that failed penalty, mate.
And obviously, Spurs haven't won anything since Sam was, how tall was Sam then? Probably about 3 foot. But Sam is not here. He's actually moving house. He's unpacking his house. He's very busy. He's been ripping up floors. So Sam's not here. But me and Sento are still here. We're going to chat about football, most namely the World Cup. As Sento just gives me a quick salute over the camera there. So it's hosted by myself, George, or at Feathernover NFT on Twitter.
Sento or at Rapina_ on Twitter.
And Sam is at Skipper NFT on Twitter, but he's not here. Or you can follow the whole project at Pixel Players NFT on Twitter, or the Spanish version. What's the Spanish version?
Oh my God, Pixel Players ESP, _ESP.
There you go. Okay, so you got the whole shebang there. We're on Instagram, Discord, the lot. Anywhere you probably search Pixel Players, something will probably come up. What were we going to say, Sento?
Sam is not here. Sam is gone. Sam is moving.
All night.
All night. I don't know about that. Was bro. There's a Spanish song. There's actually a Spanish song that goes along those lines. No, I mean not those lyrics. It was just popping in my head. Sam is not here. Sam is gone. I'm really gonna miss him now. That's for you, Sam.
He'll like that. But yeah, plenty to get on with. Pixel Players, get involved with the project. We've got a load of players on sale, all artworks handmade, load of kits as well.
Before you continue, I must apologize though to our listeners. I'm probably not a very good listener. I mean, not listener, singer. You're poor listeners though. Yeah. I'm good at singing.
We're a global project. We've got people all around the world who own pieces of art, as well as just contributing with a tweet or a good morning or whatever it may be. Fans getting involved. Tell us who you support. Tell us why you support them. Who's your favourite kit? Who's your favourite player? So yeah, that's what we're about. Digital collections as well. Start collecting whichever players are maybe your favourite. Obviously, all of them are made with a moment in mind. Probably a goal they scored, or a trophy they might have helped contribute to win, or just a good season they might have had. Maybe they won a golden boot or golden glove award. So yeah, there's a lot going on with the Pixel Players. We've got the Pixel kits as well. We're getting into digital collectibles, and I kind of see those as sort of football kits these days. They're going up to £100, aren't they? You can buy these for about less than $20 right now. Lovely little digital artworks. Print them off if you want. Frame them. If you own them, do what you want with them. You think you'll get ownership to be able to sort of copy them, save the JPEG if you do buy them. So a lot of things going on. We're looking to do other things obviously in the new year. So new website coming and stuff like that. But yeah, anything to say, Sento?
I think you've summed up very nicely, mate.
Getting excited to get into the football, talk about Spain, talk about England.
I mean, I'm not very excited myself. I don't think you should be very excited yourself either. I mean, we're both.
I think there's a lot to talk about. I think there's a lot to talk about.
There's definitely a lot to talk about. Yeah, but I'm quite disappointed, at least myself.
Yeah, but before we do get into that, what have you been up to for the past few weeks? How's the leg?
Well, especially I've been focusing on that. The leg is going really, really, really well. I'm walking normally, quote unquote, normally, without crutches. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Although my ankle is the one hurting right now.
Is it?
I don't know why. Yeah, man. I don't think it's. I think it's because I've lost a lot of muscle, obviously. Yeah. So maybe it's just doing extra work than normally.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think that's what it is. Because before my surgery, it was completely fine.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Oh.
No, but
Anything
yeah,
else?
I mean, apart from that, no, it's going well. Rehab's going well. Getting excited about Christmas a little bit.
Really?
A little bit. I mean, I'm not a big fan of Christmas, you know.
No.
But I don't know.
And why is that?
Why is that? Oh, I don't know. Family.
Okay, yeah, that's a lot of.
Sometimes it's
Yeah.
difficult.
That's yeah. You have to understand that a lot of people. Christmas can bring
Yeah.
up some sort of. It's kind of a time that it forces the family to come together. When families don't always, get along, it's
Yes.
can be quite a troublesome time of year.
Yeah. Basically, but I always have. I love doing presents for people, so I've been having a lot of fun thinking and buying stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know what you mean. I've been out recently, doing a bit of Christmas shopping in North London, which has been very cold. It's absolutely shelved it down with snow over the past 24 hours. It's stopped now. I think that might be it. I think that might be our lot. But it's always nice to get a bit of snow in the run up to Christmas, which we have experienced together when we used to go to university, to which we got smashed and spent the wee hours of the morning cowering behind bike sheds throwing snowballs at strangers.
It was very fun, though.
Yeah, and I've got a video on my phone of us.
And we didn't hit a single
No.
one. We actually tried. I mean,
Yeah,
it's not
we
like
were trying hard, and over a couple of nights
trying.
as well. Over a couple of nights, we went out in the blistering cold.
Yeah,
to pelt
completely
people
worth it,
with
though.
snowballs. Great memories. Yeah.
But we never got anyone to return a snowball to us, though. That was sad.
But yeah, no, it's been a very cold weekend and 24 hours in London. Saturday was actually freezing. It was like the whole. What was it? Sunday morning actually. Saturday was freezing. Sunday morning I woke up and everything was misty and frosted, which I sent you a photo of. And so the whole street was misty.
Oh yeah.
And then suddenly at about this time yesterday probably it just started coming down with snow, and within about hour and a half it was laying. And me and my girlfriend went out for a walk. About hour and a half we were out there playing in the snow. It's like being kids again, isn't it? But yeah, as we all know, I think it's a lot nicer to get snow in the run up to Christmas as opposed to in January. Although January's a very boring month, it does spice up a bit getting a bit of snow. But it's just when it goes to slush, isn't it? It gets boring. But do you have a bit of snow,
I miss the snow. I miss the snow, mate. I miss the snow. I mean, I never get snow in Valencia ever. When I was younger, I did see snow a couple of times, actual snow. But by the time it reached the ground, it was already gone. So, yeah, Oxford was for me the first time seeing snow.
Yeah, okay.
The actual snowing and setting down. That's what
it was, wasn't it? I do remember. And it did snow a lot. It was a good foot. So in English terms, that was probably the most snow I've seen since 2011 or something. So that's quite a lot of snow.
So it was a good snow then.
Yeah, but don't forget, I am situated in the southern region, so up north they do get a lot more snow.
By the coast, you usually don't get snow.
No, no, definitely not. Well, other than the snow, obviously, just been watching a load of World Cup football, which I must say, this World Cup has kind of lived up. It's been a really entertaining World Cup. The football's
very
been good.
Weird for me.
Weird for the fact
it has a very weird feeling around it.
An atmosphere, a weird atmosphere. Yeah, I know what you mean. But if we look at it in football terms, it's been an amazing World Cup so far. It's only the semi-finals and finals. But we're going to start. We'll wind back a bit because obviously we've left you for a week or two in the dark. We've been very busy. We also did record one, but we had a bit of a technical difficulty, so we couldn't put that one out, unfortunately. But we are here, and let's get into the World Cup. And so it's been pretty much non-stop, but the World Cup did stop for 2 days recently. But obviously, it's been pretty much wall to wall daily international football. And as we said, the football's been very enjoyable. Been pretty entertaining. It's
been very enjoyable.
I've enjoyed watching it.
Yeah. How much have you watched out of it?
Quite a lot. I think I've watched probably over half. Definitely over half. At the start, I was watching every game, and then I slowly tailed off.
Yeah, same for me. Yeah, at least, I don't know. I started with a lot of energy, and later on, I don't know, maybe it was too much.
I got a bit square-eyed after watching the TV. It was like a full-time job, pretty much, wasn't it? The early starts to late evening, but
literally.
Yeah, so maybe we'll wind back to the last 16 and sort of dive into it and see how that pitched itself before we talk about the most recent games and obviously the exit of Spain and England. So,
well, and many others.
And many others, but we'll probably focus on our nations.
Yeah.
And then when when Sam comes back, we'll probably talk a bit more about the whole complexity of the tournament as a whole. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I guess we start with the last 16. Netherlands knocking out the USA 1-0. USA, I think the USA made a good account of themselves in this World Cup. It's a good young team. I think they played some good football. I think arguably you could say they played the best football in our group as well.
USA.
Potentially, yeah. I mean, when we played them, they probably deserved the win. So
they've definitely impressed me this World Cup.
Yeah.
I was not expecting as much from USA.
No.
And the feeling they actually gave me against Netherlands is that they could have made it, that they could have actually won that game. I mean, it could have gone. You know those type of games that if Netherlands win, it's deserved.
Yeah.
If USA wins, it's deserved. If it's a draw, obviously cannot be in this case, it's deserved. For me, I had that feeling with England, France, for example.
Yeah.
Like, if England won that, it was deserved. If France won that, it was deserved. I think whatever side the wind blew, it was well deserved.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
so
very young
3-1 win.
promising squad. USA.
Yeah, and the 3-1 win saw the exit of that
Yunus
USA
Musa.
team. Yunus Musa. I mean,
player.
this is what's exciting about this World Cup. We're seeing a lot of young players and players in general just sort of put themselves in the shop window for less than 2 weeks' time, pretty much, when the transfer window opens. So very exciting for a few of those players. Yunus Musa, Pulisic looked very good for that.
Yeah, on any let's say rising stars. Pulisic is already 24.
But still young, isn't he? Still young.
Yeah, I know, but let's say under 20s.
Yeah. Okay.
Or what we believe he could be under 20, because maybe he's 22, but we don't know.
And on the opposing team though, for the victors in this tie, the Netherlands, Cody Gakpo, the forward, he's put himself in a shop window, and he looks like a Premier League move is sort of on the horizon, fast approaching potentially. I think Manchester United are the most likely because of the Erik ten Hag, Dutch sort of link. United are kind of going looking in that direction.
Makes
I think
sense.
at the moment.
Is it the best team for Gakpo?
No,
that's what I was thinking.
No, I mean Ronaldo's out now, so that could be a huge lift on the dressing room. We're still kind of yet to see how that will pan out.
But they still have to sell the club and all of that.
Yeah, I mean that's a lot of uncertainty.
There's a lot of uncertainty right now in United. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't see it as a stable club.
Yeah.
Right now.
But no, Netherlands probably deserve to go through overall. I mean, you could, like you said, USA played well, but Netherlands, a good footballing side, went through. And the next fixture, which we'll move on to, I think, is Argentina 2, Australia 1. Again, Australia, for a smaller, they're not a small nation, obviously, geographically speaking, but for a nation that, cricket is their love and passion, and rugby second.
Rugby, I was going to say, rugby.
Football has given a good account of itself in Australia this season. We saw clips of them out in the streets at 3-4 in the morning.
I really want a kangaroo land to go through, man.
But don't forget, that's Messi we're talking about here. This is potentially Messi's tournament.
I know. You're really keen on Messi winning this tournament, and I don't really care. I'm sorry. I know there's a lot of people, not just you. I know there's a lot of people that you guys want Argentina to win this just because of Messi. Well, I think he has won enough.
It's very romantic, though.
He really doesn't need to prove himself further, in my opinion.
No, but I think this. Do you think that if he wins this, that at the moment there's still a debate over who the best player in the world is? It's always Pele. It's always Messi, Maradona. Yeah. I think this World Cup could, if he leads them, as in he gets a goal or an assist in the semi-final, goal and assist in the final, I think it could cement him as the number one. Do you think?
Well, yeah, okay. I mean, do I really care that much if it's number one? That's the thing.
Kind of, because you've got to witness it. So you'll get to tell your grandkids that, we don't know about in 20, 30 years' time how significantly significantly is Messi going to be regarded? Probably quite significantly. Yeah?
It's very, but it's very, I mean, how to judge someone who's better just by the number of titles? I don't think that's fair. Because
just watching him too.
Pele has no champions or anything of the sort.
No.
So would you say Maradona was better than Pele because of that, or Messi? I would never say that.
But when we're basing it on longevity and just how they are, and Messi's been doing this for 15 years now, something silly like that, which is ridiculous. To be playing at this level for this long.
Yeah, that is true.
And do you think we'll see another Messi then? Do you think we'll see another player in our lifetime that will be as good for as long as well?
I think we definitely will.
You think? Definitely.
Maybe. Ooh, I mean, it might not be the same style, but someone as good as. Yeah, I think we will. Might take 5 years, might take 20, might take 100 or 1,000.
Well, that's not our lifetime.
What about our lifetime? Okay. Sorry. in our lifetime. Okay, I thought you said it like in general. All right.
Yeah.
No, in our lifetime. Yeah, probably. I don't know. I mean, if you think about it, there's not that much time in between Maradona, Leo Messi, and Pele.
Yeah. Well, I've just
quickly
looked.
Called the best.
I've just quickly looked, and his debut was in 2004. So it took him about a season or two to get up to speed. So let's say that because that would be 18 years or something like that. 18 years. So let's just say it took him 2 years to settle in. That is still 16 years. And if you take off the last year of Paris Saint-Germain, sort of, whatever, or however you want to arrange it, it's basically 15 years playing at the very top, isn't it? That's a long time, isn't it?
Yeah. I think it's possible we'll see someone similar in our lifetime.
Okay. Well, I hope so. I mean, I do hope so.
Might not be as good, might not be better. I don't know, but I think similar. Yeah.
It's the way Messi runs with the ball at his feet, and it's not so much as it was about 5 years ago.
Like you could have a preference or another. You could like one style or another. Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi have been compared for a long time. Who's better? Like blah blah blah. For me, clearly, right now, at least Messi is. And Messi, I always thought Messi was better than Ronaldo.
Yeah.
But they're completely different styles. Like Cristiano's play style has nothing to do with Messi's play style.
No, they're very different players.
But they were both as good. The thing is, for me, the difference is that Leo Messi, it's pure talent. Like his talent it's amazing. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying Cristiano Ronaldo doesn't have talent. He obviously has talent, but not as much as Messi. But the way the way he balanced it, I mean, or let's say he reached Messi's level or similar level. Is through harder work than Messi, because he's definitely harder worker than Messi.
Yeah. But
Messi's just
it depends.
Talent,
it depends who we were. It's literally down to that, isn't it? It depends whether you prefer, the idea that he was born to play football, almost like the son of a god or something, or there's this hard grafting, squeezed every ounce of potential out of his body, and he was gifted as well because.
If you're not gifted, you're not getting there.
Because Lampard, Lampard's a good example of a player who used hard work to squeeze every ounce of talent out, but he didn't ever reach the likes of Ronaldo's level. Mm-hmm. He did probably to a few seasons, but the amount of seasons that Ronaldo's done it in the statistics and.
Yeah, maybe pick one, but we're talking about Cristiano Ronaldo maintained that for a long time, and Messi for even longer.
Yeah. Okay, well, we diverged a little bit there into a bit of a discussion about world-class players, but who doesn't like that? So they're very sad to see Australia go. It was nice to see the fans out in the street, wasn't it? You see the clip, Sento?
No, I didn't.
In the night, all the flares. It was like 4 a.m. in Melbourne. All the fans.
No, I don't think. Oh, if I've seen it, I've completely.
Great scenes, anyway. Great scenes to see Australia enjoying the football, even though they did go out to potentially the winners, Argentina. So Argentina threw in that one. The next tie,
I
Japan,
do see
Croatia.
them as the favorite ones right now, to be honest. Argentina.
Yeah. Japan, Croatia.
Japan, Croatia.
1-1 after full time.
Sad. I really want the Japanese people to go through over here.
Yeah. Lost some penalties.
Japan was my favorite one after when Spain was out.
Yeah. Well, they got the penalties, but the penalties they took were absolutely diabolical, weren't they?
Yeah, they were.
Very, very, no power, no precision.
Nothing.
Very tired penalties. You could say tired penalties.
It gave me the same feeling as the Spain penalties. Well, Spain penalties gave me the same feeling as Japan's penalties, actually. But yeah, like very slow, not much power in them, not much thought in them, or so it seemed like. I don't know. I think it was a poor performance from their part in the pens.
Yeah.
And Croatia, all the people are not thinking about Croatia, but Croatia are currently the sub-champions of the World Cup.
I mean if Croatia are in the Final Four, right? They're in the Final Four with the Argentina that we just mentioned.
Well, Russia's final was France, Croatia.
Yeah, Croatia.
They're the current sub-champions. That's what I'm saying.
Runners up.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, they are.
Wouldn't that be marvellous to see?
A great team.
Wouldn't that be fantastic? Croatia winning the World Cup.
I want a Croatia-France final and Croatia winning the final. I think it would be very poetic. So poetic.
Yes. Poetic. Can you imagine that? Yes. Yes, well, like we said, I think Japan played very well in the game. But, again, tired penalties, I think, lacked power. Yeah. Sad to see them go. But Croatia, and Croatia. Like we say, if Croatia do go on to win this tournament, I think they've got us to thank. The way we've, blessed and worshipped their pixel kits like shrines, religious shrines.
Literally. They're so cool.
Yeah. I think
pixel kits and real kits, both of them are really nice.
We deserve at least the chance to, make a little book based on Croatia's kit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll come with that next week.
The next game, Brazil, South Korea, 4-1 Brazil. So Brazil, a nation that we probably thought at this point we're going to go on to potentially win the whole thing. We won't get on to what happened in the next round just yet, but in this round, it was all guns showing, wasn't it, for Brazil? South Korea played. They had a couple of good chances. Good save from Alisson for one of the. I think Hwang had a decent shot from range, but Brazil were unstoppable, weren't they?
Before the storm.
It was the calm. Well, not top. It was a very excitable calm. They were very excited. The Brazilians. They were dancing. The manager was dancing. Yeah, the samba.
They were all so happy. And against South Korea, which is a decent team, decent rival. And 4-1 is a very decent score. Like, who would have thought? I mean, I was never expecting that, to be honest, to Brazil going out against Croatia on pens. Like, I was not expecting that entire game. You know what I mean? Yeah. I was expecting Croatia winning it at some point. Like, I did feel there was possibilities. I actually said, did I say it to you? Like, I think I told you, it's like, if Croatia gets to pens, they have a chance.
Yeah.
I think that was their chance, and that's what I don't get about that game. Brazil completely threw it away. The actual game. I mean.
Yeah. You don't think they attacked enough?
Nah.
Yeah.
I think they.
Well, before we get onto that quarterfinal, maybe we should.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, South Korea out. Another nation I think I was quite sad to see go. The last Asian nation. And Brazil, like we said at this point, Brazil were dancing, doing the samba. we thought they were strong contenders for this World Cup, and we were also
after
salivating.
That game, I thought they were the winners. I really thought
they
after
looked
this
very,
game,
very confident, didn't they?
Yeah, I watched this game. It was they played it amazingly well. They were so confident, like you said. They did a great football, and
Good dance as well.
After the game, I was convinced, like, yeah, Brazil are the winners this year.
Yeah.
Well,
I
was completely wrong.
So Brazil were through, knocking South Korea out. All the dancing involved as well. And the next fixture was France 3, Poland 1. So at the end of Lewandowski's story.
I think we all thought.
Poland were a poor team. Poland were a poor team. I can't lie. And France at this point in the tournament, as they still do now, were looking very strong.
And the late game, they hold it pretty well, Poland. Let's say.
Yeah, defend very well. They could defend well, but they cut in transition.
Yeah.
They leave so many gaps and But I think quite a straightforward result for France, wasn't it?
Yeah.
In the end,
completely deserved. Nothing much to say over there.
Yeah.
I think.
So they qualified for the quarterfinals. The next game was England 3, Senegal 0, which we watched together, didn't we? Again, other than a few scary chances for Senegal in the first few minutes,
they
quite routine for England after that, wasn't it?
It was, the same as I was going to say, the same as France and Poland. Routinary win, like you say. But Senegal, I was expecting more from Senegal that game.
Yeah. I mean, with Mane, they could have done something. I think Senegal weren't a bad side.
Definitely not. With Mane, I think Senegal could have been another Morocco. This World Cup, actually.
And at this point, for England fans, I think we knew we had France in the quarterfinals, and I think there was a good ounce and a half even of confidence that we could do the current champions and knock out the holders of the World Cup. I think part of us was obviously scared, but the majority of us felt like this was perhaps our time. Our time had come. So that was the way we were feeling after that game. How were you feeling on the Morocco 0, Spain 0, which is our next fixture, Sento? Do you want to talk about that one?
Not really.
No?
I mean, I still don't know what to say about it. I've been trying to wrap my head around it.
Wrap your hair.
And my hair, which is too long right now. I need a haircut, by the way, you listeners. It would be possible. No. This Morocco, Spain. I mean, I was not expecting. I mean, never ever I was expecting this ever. I was completely certain of our win. We played a poor game. I mean, it gave me actually, for me, it was very similar to the Portugal, Qatar, Portugal, from the quarterfinals, in the sense of we definitely controlled the game, Spain and Portugal against Morocco.
Yeah.
But we were just not getting chances.
Morocco were very comfortable sitting off the ball, weren't they? They were just very happy defending.
They were very happy defending. Yeah, like you were saying, very comfortable without a ball. They knew how to play without the ball really well, and that's what won them the games, because most of their goals were always counterattacks.
What do you think of their manager?
Running to the other side and scoring. I think it's doing a great job.
Did you see their players throwing him in the air after the?
Yeah. I mean, Morocco has a decent side. Don't get me wrong.
They do. Yeah.
They're not the best, and I think that's obvious.
Yeah.
So I think he's making a really great job this World Cup. I think his strategy is for the game, which is basically holding without a ball, at least without big teams that they're going to control the ball for sure, like Spain, Portugal, France, tomorrow in the future. On tomorrow, is it, or the day after? Oh.
Yeah, and I did see something today that was mentioning how if you have watched, did you finish the FIFA documentary? Did you? Or did you?
No, not yet.
Well, it doesn't matter. I think you've probably watched the bit that I'm going to mention anyway. But there was a few things mentioning that obviously a lot of the money that was distributed by FIFA to some of these African nations that fell into sort of corrupt hands, and it wasn't invested into the football facilities. If you look at Morocco's training facilities for their national team, it's all very, very good. The money looks like it's been invested into the football team. When you compare it to, I think they were saying Ghana was the nation they were talking about. There's been no real signs of as significant investment, and you're starting to see that on the pitch with Morocco being the first team, which we'll get onto actually in the next quarterfinals round after they knock out another nation, which we're about to get onto. Portugal 6-1 Switzerland.
Well, let me finish with that Spain is and lost against Morocco. And
I was trying to lend you a hand on trying to move on to Spain.
From all countries, no, I had to keep rambling about this, mate.
We've not even spoken about them actually being knocked out.
There's a little beef between Spain and Morocco always. Yeah. And it had to be fucking Morocco. Jesus. And 0-0. We went to penalties and we still scored. Nil penalties. 0, 9, 0, 0.
What would you say?
Nothing.
You can speak in Spanish if you want, but what would you quickly say to the Spanish? If you were in the dressing room after that game, or even now, speaking to the players, what would you say?
You fucking retards! What the fuck are you doing, mate? You're not attacking shit all your balls are going out. Pass. How many passes did we even do that game, bro? Like, well, when you told me it was like 800 and something, and there was still like 20 minutes to go. I don't even know if that was extra time. Maybe that was not even extra time, mate. Like, the hell, man. How many like it's another fucking Russia. It's another Russia. Didn't you learn from Russia? You've done the exactly same thing, bro. The exactly same thing.
Yeah. Well, actually, Russia, you scored a penalty.
Yeah, at least we scored a penalty in Russia.
What do you make of the penalties?
You know, I like it. I mean, it's something different, but I don't think every game...
the Spain penalties?
Oh, you mean the Spain penalties?
I like it.
No, I thought you were talking about
no.
You know, the pen dynamic of going from extra time to pens and all that. All right. Which, by the way, let me finish with that. I like it, but not for every game. I think the variety. I really like the way the group stages are done. At least for me, you know, that hype that it creates when you're on your last game, equal in points. You can draw that game and you will win it because of the amount of goals you've scored. But if your rival scores one more goal than you, then it will go over when you draw and all that. You know, like that dynamic, it creates a lot of tension, a lot of suspense. That's what I mean. And Infantino is the FIFA president. Is actually right now proposing to put the pens and extra time for group stages to get rid of that.
Yes, I saw that. Yeah.
And I don't like it. I like it the way it is right now. I do like the pens, but I also like that suspense, that hype, that tension that it creates being equal in points. And maybe you have to score one more, or not. Yeah. Maybe it doesn't even depend on you. Like, for example, on the Argentina game.
Yeah.
If Argentina scored one more goal
against Poland,
it would have knocked out Poland and so on. You know, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. It makes it very interesting.
Yeah. I know what you mean. I agree.
And about the pens, they're horrible. I mean, 0. I mean, we didn't score a single penalty, man. What do I even have to say about that? It's horrible.
The thing is, when Busquets stepped up, I thought that Busquets was like given the look of, I know what I'm doing. You know, I've been here before.
I felt the same thing.
Yeah.
And it was like, come on, Bussy. Like, I don't know, I don't like you that much, but from now on, I'm gonna like you. And he fucking missed. I do like him more now. I think it's a good dude.
Yeah. Okay. Well, is that all you have to say on Spain being knocked out? You sad?
I could keep going. But I think.
How do you feel overall? Another 4-year wait. Are the Spain squad heading in the right direction?
I think right now, yes. Luis Enrique's out. We've got Luis de la Fuente, new manager for Spain, and I think it was the right choice. He was our under-19 manager. He won the Euro Cup with them. Then he was on our under-21 manager. He won the Euro Cup with them. And now he's our Spain manager. And he knows most of the young players because he played with them in the under-21. And he had them on the under-21. So I think right now it looks promising, the future they're building. But I don't think it was the good direction Luis Enrique went with in this World Cup. And I said it at the beginning of the World Cup. I'm not sure if I said it in the podcast, but I definitely told you to. Yeah. I was not happy with the list and the way he was carrying stuff.
And you also said it was prearranged that he would leave right at the end of the tournament.
That this was not a shock. Before the tournament, they were already.
Yeah. He went pretty quickly, didn't he? He went pretty much as soon as Spain got on the plane, right? Or got off the plane, rather. Maybe I don't know.
Pretty much, pretty much. Yeah.
Well, the last game in the last 16 round of knockout stage, the first round knockout stages was Portugal 6, Switzerland 1. Portugal looking like a really serious team with the likes of João Felix, Gonçalo Ramos, Rafael Leao, Bernardo, Bruno Fernandes. They look dangerous, didn't they?
They look dangerous, but I think the overall World Cup, and especially the way it ended for them, you can tell, like that 6-1 into Switzerland, it made you think, at least it made me think, damn, maybe Portugal could be a serious contender to the title this year. But no, they're a yo-yo team right now. You know what I mean? Like yo-yo in the terms of they're up and down. Like I don't think they have a stabilized team. They still have to stabilize it. A lot of young generation coming, a lot of
old generation transition going.
There's
Pepe,
a big transition.
Ronaldo,
big transition going on for them.
Yeah.
So I was not expecting much from them this World Cup. Same as Germany and same as Spain. That's what I said at the beginning. For me, they're just on a generational change. They're not ready. Next World Cup would be different though. Yeah,
for sure. Well, perhaps we'll move on to the quarterfinals. The fixtures we had after that last 16 round were Netherlands, Argentina, which we were all very excited about, Croatia, Brazil, Morocco, Portugal, and England, France. So there was a round of really exciting games there. We'll start with the Netherlands, Argentina one, though.
What a game.
Really enjoyable game.
I think so far for me has been
the most enjoyable game.
Yeah, most enjoyable. Definitely. That last second free kick from Netherlands to carry on to penalties. I really thought at that moment that Netherlands thought, what a way of putting things, that they were gonna do it after they got that last free kick.
Yeah,
they kept going. I really think they really thought they got it. But
what I really liked is Louis van Gaal and the Netherlands team were quite very much so trying to play an expansive, passing-based football. And then when things got serious, Louis van Gaal just thought, I'm going to go old school, chucked on 2 big strikers without Weghorst and Luc de Jong, and they ended up getting a couple of goals. And wow, Weghorst, he was unreal when he came on, wasn't
he? Yeah, he was.
But very sad to see them lose on penalties, wasn't it? A very spicy game as well. There was a lot of Paredes kicking the ball into the dugout, and
actually, funny enough, there's a very big biff going around on Argentina's Twitter side against the referee Mateo Laoz, which is actually Spanish and Valencian specifically.
I saw
Valencia. very big. They're very, very annoyed with him, and I don't get why. I think more than one Argentinian player deserved a red card, like Paredes, and he was quite permissive. Is it pronounced?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. I think it was pretty good. I think they're mainly annoyed because he gave out a lot of yellow cards to Argentinian players. So obviously that's dangerous for them.
He should have potentially sent off Paredes.
Yeah, at least Paredes should have gone off. And I think there was another tackle or something of the sort.
Yeah.
That would have deserved at least, I think it was a second yellow, which would have been a red. And then there was a little something going around with the players by the end of the game, innit?
Yeah. Another scuffle. Very entertaining though.
That at least it didn't show on my TV. I couldn't see anything.
No, it was definitely one of the best games. I think actually you're right. It was the best game so far.
Yeah, man. It was exciting. It was very entertaining. Definitely for the neutral fan, let's say.
Yeah. And Messi very, very happy to be through. Although there was a clip of him at the end. I think it was said to be at Wout Weghorst. He was telling it was Spanish. So you might. What was that again? What does it mean?
Que miras bobo is like something of the sort of, what are you looking at, stupid?
Yeah. Is it quite insulting?
And then at the end, Bobo is quite mellow.
Yeah.
Bobo is a word you can actually even use as a
to kid.
Yeah, kid, or as a friendly way of saying, you stupid, you know.
Bobo.
Yeah. Like, I don't know, you've dropped your glass of water, you know, you stupid, Bobo, you know.
Bobo. Yeah. Well, there you go, a bit of Spanish for you in today's episode as well. Didn't think you expect to get that. So I guess Argentina through to the semi-finals. Messi very happy. Some saying this tournament has his name written on it at this point.
I think so. I mean, I think they're the favorite ones. I would like Croatia to win, but I think Argentina is the favorite.
I think at this point, though, just after that Netherlands-Argentina game, we were all expecting a Brazil-Argentina semi-final. But let's get on to the next game. Croatia won, Brazil won, and Croatia winning 4-2 on penalties.
I think this one baffled me even more than Morocco-Spain.
I think the Brazil team looked baffled as well.
Obviously, I think that was their problem. I think their problem was that I think Brazil got out to the pitch that game with quite a high ego. You know, like
I think they underestimated Croatia, maybe.
Yeah, I think they definitely underestimated Croatia, and I think they definitely thought at the beginning that this is done. You know, like this game is ours. We're through to the semifinal. That's going to be the big game against Argentina, and they really didn't play well that game against Croatia. I think Croatia deserved that win.
Me too. Yeah. And you're now starting to see the likes of that Josko Gvardiol, the centre back. He's really starting to show just how good he is. Modric again, as good as ever. I think Croatia are strong contenders. They're real underdogs, but you can, like we've been saying, it'd be great to see them win it. I think they can win it as well, but they have got Argentina in the semi-final, so it's not going to be easy at all. You know, going to have to keep Lionel Messi quiet. But very sad to see Brazil go out. I mean, that's the end of Thiago Silva's World Cup dreams.
Yet again, another Modric versus Messi.
Yeah. Many times before that's happened.
Many times.
But sad to see Brazil go. I think Brazil really do bring the pizzazz to the World Cup, and this year they were really confident. We saw perhaps too confident. The way they were dancing around in that game against South Korea was, some would say, disrespectful to South Korea. Just acting like it was a training session.
It was. Similar thing Argentina actually did to Netherlands on this last game.
Yeah.
They kind of disrespected them when they won.
Screaming in their faces,
Yeah,
for not much as well, especially when it was Paredes who kicked the ball into the dugout. It wasn't a Dutch player kicking the ball into the Argentinian Argentinian dugout. So why Argentina feel the need to be rubbing it in? No idea.
No idea.
But like you say, that does sum up some South American football teams. We had an issue like that against Colombia in the last World Cup where they were quite dirty. But I think, like we've said this before off air, if you take Messi out of that Argentina team, sometimes it can potentially be seen as quite dislikable.
Or very.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of Argentina.
I think we're going to find out.
I don't like them.
If they get knocked out. If they get knocked out by Croatia, because I think in their country now, I can imagine they're seeing Croatia, the semi-final, as we're in the final, probably. We should be in the final. So if Croatia knock them out, we'll see. You know how Uruguay reacted to being knocked out? It wasn't a great reaction. Yeah. I think you'll potentially see.
That was quite an unfortunate, although I think understandable, because
referee,
for me, there was definitely 2 penalties for Uruguay that were not called out that game. Definitely, but definite penalties for me.
Yeah.
So also the last game for last World Cup for Cavani, last World Cup for Luis Suarez. There's another
Godin, yeah.
Yeah, Godin. Last World Cup for Godin.
Well,
I do get it.
I think if Argentina get mucked around by the referee and the referee gives a few dodgy decisions, I think we could see something similar to that. But the fact that it's going to be Messi's last tournament, I already know that if they get knocked out without winning it, I think he's going to be in heaps of tears, isn't he?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. If they're knocked out, he's going to be crying like a little baby.
Yeah.
I see it. I'm seeing the picture right now.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Messi. I don't want you to. I have nothing against you. I don't like Argentina. I do like you. If I would like Argentina to win, it would be because of Messi. Yeah. Just Messi.
Okay, well, the next game after Croatia won, Brazil won, which Croatia knocked Brazil out, was Morocco 1, Portugal 0. Morocco and Al Nazir getting that goal before half-time and pretty much holding on for, well, not dear life. I mean, Portugal didn't exactly throw the barn door. Morocco just sat back and soaked up the pressure pretty much, didn't they?
Very annoyed at this game too. Very, very annoyed at this game. I wanted Portugal to smash a 6-0 against Morocco. And fuck them good. But it was... Jesus.
Well, I was on the other end, mate. I thought that watching Morocco knock Portugal out, and the scenes at full time, seeing the first African nation reach their first ever World Cup semi-final, which is the first time ever.
For me, it would have been fun if it was not Morocco.
Well, I enjoyed it.
I mean, out of the quarterfinals, for me, that game was the most boring game.
I mean, it was just mainly a bit of not a lucky goal, but it was kind of a scrappy goal. The keeper made a hash of it.
It was.
And Morocco just sat back and Portugal couldn't find an answer, really, could they?
Yeah. It was basically Portugal, like I said, controlling the ball, but not getting chances, or good chances at least.
Yeah.
And then Morocco just sitting back and doing nothing. Yeah. But it was the most boring game, and it was not a bad game. Don't get me wrong; it was not a bad game. It was the most boring game out of the.
What makes Morocco quite entertaining is that they have a lot of fans out there, and obviously the whole Arab world is behind them at the moment. So what people are asking for, what I've seen, is an Argentina-Morocco final, just because Argentina have also got a lot of fans out there as well. So an Argentina-Morocco final would be good.
Ambience and atmosphere in the stadium, it could be the best possible setup.
Yeah, because did you see the Netherlands fans in the against Argentina? There was, I think, a few thousand against.
Oh, there was like one. Didn't they say 1,000?
Maybe something. Maybe something like that. Yeah.
But very few. And if you actually saw the seats. From time to time, you could see like this really like big box in orange, and then the rest of the fans, like they were all together on one side.
Yeah.
Apart from the odd orange popping up from the rest of the stadium.
Yeah.
But,
Especially on the penalties, you could just see a little speck of orange in this whole sea of sky blue and white.
Yeah. But then there was like a big patch of orange.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Well, as we said, the scenes after Morocco knocked Portugal out were pretty historic. And what I want to see now, Sento, is Hakim Ziyech bring this same form back to Chelsea. I even want to see him get given a bloody chance at Chelsea, because he's shown he's. I know he's going to try. He'll never be able to, have that same emotion for Chelsea as he does for Morocco. So he's always going to put a little bit of extra blood, sweat, and tears into it. But the way he played has me thinking, if he can just show a bit more of that, as he was for Ajax. And as he has done for Chelsea in a few games, I think we could have an answer to a lot of our woes there.
I want that number 8 kit for Valencia, mate.
Hey, Amrabat, the bald guy.
No, Onahi. Number 8. Yeah. It's the young. I think it's the youngest one of the team. I'm not sure about that, but it could be. It's one of the youngsters that I think for me is one of the revelations this tournament. Onahi from Morocco. Amazingly well. What a talented player. I would definitely take him in Valencia.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about the revelations of this World Cup.
Well, before we get into England, France.
Oh, let's finish with England and France then. First. Yeah. Let's finish.
Okay. So the last quarter-final was England 1, France 2, which is heartbreaking. I'm over it now. I think took me about 24 hours. On the night, I was actually all right after it happened. I felt like it's just football, innit? It's how it goes, isn't it? I mean, I was going into it. I was very excited, and watching how the game started to pan out, I was like, wow, like this is a massive game. It was really enjoyable to watch. And then Tchouaméni came out of nowhere with the 30-yard screamer.
Tchouaméni, oh my, what a goal though. I'm sorry. Oh my God. Jesus, that goal. I think it was deserved to win with that goal.
Yeah. What annoyed me though is it was one of those goals that, it's 50 shots and 3 go in, isn't it?
Yeah, obviously. Yeah. It's like winning the lottery basically.
Which, is annoying, but France played well in the first half an hour, so you can allow it.
I would like to ask, what's your view and your feeling towards this World Cup now, after England has been knocked out?
That it was a stupid idea, that I never wanted one in the winter anyway, and I can't be asked.
Exactly the same, bro. Exactly the same.
No, I'm sad. I'm sad. I think. Well, I'll finish with the game quickly. So when at half time 1-0 down, I was still hopeful. We came out at half. I think second half we played really well. England knocking the ball around. The game was high quality footballers on the pitch doing their thing. We grew in confidence. Players like Saka and Bellingham taking the ball around players. We got the equaliser through a penalty.
England, for me, controlled the game.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. France was not touching the ball that much, although they were having better quality.
The ref was shit. I mean, we should have had a penalty in the first half. We should have had a penalty in the first half. The ref was shocking. We got the equaliser, and for about 10 minutes, I thought England are going to do it. We're going to do it here. And then before we even got the chance to get another foothold in the game, Giroud did what Giroud does. He got a sniff and he put it away. And I think that's the point the game was gone. I think we were growing into it at 1-1. We just equalised. Don't concede a cheap goal, and it was a defensive error. It was John Stones and Maguire. I think John Stones was dragged out of position or something, but you can't be conceding goals like that at this point.
I think John Stones played amazingly well.
I think this World Cup, John Stones has been amazing, but this was just a moment, and this is how World Cups are decided, isn't it? It's small moments, it's small details. And Giroud got away and 2-1, and then obviously England got that second penalty after a review on VAR.
We must also admit that Giroud is probably playing his best World Cup ever.
Yeah,
I think he's doing an amazing job.
because I don't think he scored at the last World Cup, even though he played a big part in how France played.
Yep.
But this World Cup, he's become their top goal scorer. And
Benzema is also out, but even if he's back now, I would be really wondering, should I even put it out or keep keep sending
It's
Giroud,
hard to say. I mean, Giroud's had a great career, hasn't he?
Not just his career, obviously, has been great, but now he's doing a great World Cup. Great World Cup. Hasn't he scored in pretty much every game?
I think he's got 3, is he? Well, while you check that, I think he's a class act, and I'm gutted Chelsea sold him. We sold Giroud to buy Lukaku. What a mistake that was. Giroud had it all. In our Champions League winning season, he got 4 away to Seville. And I think he was our highest goal scorer in that 4 goals in this campaign as well. That's a good return. So where is he in the sort of top goal scorers list? Is he in the top or?
Yeah, I was literally looking at that and I just got rid of it. Looking at some other stats. Let me go back to that.
I'm so sad Chelsea got rid of him, man. He's such a good player.
There we go.
Comes up in clutch moments.
He's second, tied with Messi. And top goal scorer is Mbappe.
Okay. All to play for then. And Mbappe is going to probably surpass Giroud's goal scoring record for France. But what a moment, for him to take the mantle from Thierry Henry. What a moment for Giroud. Yeah. But yeah, England got that second penalty. Mason Mount got elbowed in the back, barged in the back by Theo Hernandez. Stonewall penalty. Can't believe it took him so long to decide. Harry Kane steps up, and I was thinking there was an ounce of me that was nervous, but for the majority, I thought this is 2-2. I think when Harry Kane steps up for a penalty, I think you normally think in goal, but pressure does funny things to people, Sento, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And obviously, Harry Kane, he isn't an ice cold striker for the big moments. He's not. Mm-hmm. Champions League final, drawn a blank. Euros final for England, drawn a blank. France skied the penalty. I mean, these are big moments that are very decisive in footballers' careers that can either lead to silverware or they don't.
What do you reckon that is? Do you think that's the team's fault?
Spurs
or do you
mentality, mate.
Is also part of his mentality.
I think we have to have a conversation. I think it's maybe
dwindle against big opponents.
Yeah, I think Harry Kane's got a huge sort of monkey on his back about not winning a trophy yet. He's what is he, 30 now, nearly, or 30. So I think it's almost becoming worrying for. I think he's getting worried, and this is why I think this World Cup and Harry Kane missing that penalty is what not only haunt him forever, but I think is a catalyst for him potentially leaving Tottenham in the summer.
He's 29.
29. So when is he 30? Coming up?
The 28th of July.
Okay, so quite far away. But okay, but I think, so this is it, Sento. You're hearing it here, potentially not first. 30 in the summer. I think this missing that penalty has flicked a switch in Kane's head and said, I need to win something. I need to win something.
Probably.
Turning 30, missing that penalty. That penalty miss is going to forever be one of the biggest moments in his career, whether he likes it or not. And he'll probably openly mention it to be one of the main moments in his career in 10 years' time. Missing that penalty against France would have had a big effect on him.
Yeah.
Because England were ready, mate. At the end of the day, England were playing good enough football against the world champions and against other teams in this tournament. I think England looked like we were capable of winning this tournament. Good team.
You have the players. You had everything.
And it might have been a different scenario, mate. If we had Reece James at right back, who knows? Who honestly knows? I think it could have been a different story. He's that good. Could have been a different story. But we'll never know. England are out.
About Harry Kane, I do see that happening this summer, to be honest.
Yeah.
And let's also be honest. He's been linked with moving out of Spurs for 2 or 3 seasons.
Yes, now. 3 seasons or probably yeah. Strong links as well.
Yes, strongly. Real Madrid was very close at some point, isn't it?
Yeah, Real Madrid. But I think if he doesn't go there, it will be because he wants to beat the Premier League goal scoring record. So he might go to a Manchester United. He's a very Manchester United player. If Sir Alex Ferguson was still in the Premier League, he'd probably have Harry Kane by now.
City, definitely City not.
No, he could have. I think he wanted to, but they got Haaland instead. He said
that's
no.
the thing. They have Haaland.
Yeah. He said
there's no point in
they
City
went to get Haaland, didn't they?
Getting Kane. So or Liverpool. Liverpool could do with
they got Darwin, didn't they?
Well, yeah.
So I think it's Manchester United, really. You know, Ronaldo's gone.
Arsenal.
I mean, he was an Arsenal fan apparently as a kid. But
Was it?
I can't see that happening now. But no, it's very interesting to see what happens there, and you know, who knows what's going to happen with Antonio Conte at Spurs as well. So
yeah,
but very sad.
I think that's also going to go. I think it's also going to go.
Pop off. You think it's going to explode?
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited for that, mate. But just to finish up on England, we'll finish on Southgate. I think give Southgate another 2 years. Let him see out this next Euros. This is his last chance. The squad he'll have then will be in their prime.
The next Euro Cup, you're saying, is the
2
last
years.
chance?
I think 2 years.
Oh,
give him that. Give him that. I think he's earned it. I think he's earned it. I think give him that, and if we don't win that, he's got to go. No ifs, no buts. If you don't win, time to move on. I think he's earned the right to, you know, like we say, it was fine margins against France. I think he's earned the right. And the main reason really is if he does go, who the fuck do we get in? We don't want Tuchel because he's German. And that's nothing against Germans. It's just if we get England, Germany in a World Cup final, where are his allegiances? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't like getting coaches from other that is not my nationality.
Yeah, because technically, you know, Tuchel would be a fantastic coach for England, but it just wouldn't work.
I think it's just better having an Englishman too. It gives an extra motivation to the man.
Yeah, I think part of the problem
you're coaching England, you're coaching your own country, and you can win the World Cup for your country.
Yeah, become a legend. Yeah, in your own country.
You don't get that feeling if you're Tuchel, for example.
No. Yeah,
coaching England. I mean,
I think a part of the problem could be that Southgate hasn't won anything himself as well. You know, he's not dripping in silverware as Didier Deschamps is as a player and manager. So, you know, you could say, give him the next 2 years, let's keep tabs on a Frank Lampard or a Steven Gerrard. Maybe not Gerrard, mainly Frank Lampard. Let's keep tabs on Lampard, see how he gets on. Because Lampard is a winner. You know, he's a winner. Won it, got great winning mentality. And he knows a lot of the players as well.
I think Lampard actually would be a great shot.
So who knows? I think let's give Southgate the next 2 years and let's just keep tabs on managers like Lampard, maybe even your Eddie Howe's as well, and Graham Potter's. Who knows what they'll be in 2 years? So I think leave it for Southgate for now, and then we'll reevaluate. I think that's it on England, though. I think we can say we're done with that.
Yeah. Well, before we move on or anything else, let's go with the young players that I was saying before. But let's do it short, quick. Two revelations, two young players that actually, you know,
I've grabbed that. Yeah. Okay. Do you want to go first, or?
I'll go myself. Why not? Yeah. This Onahi guy from Morocco.
Yeah.
Lovely. I've actually watched even more highlights of him this World Cup. After watching him play against Spain, and man, I think it's going to be doing a move to an important European team. I'm not saying maybe a top team like Chelsea or something of the sort, but maybe a mid-table club, you know, maybe a Leeds, maybe something of the sort, Aston Villa.
Yeah.
And then from there, who knows? He's still young. He has a lot of time ahead of him. And the other one that has really, really surprised me is Gonzalo Ramos.
Yeah,
that's
who I was going to. That's one of mine. Yeah.
And I would like to add a special mention for Enzo Fernandez.
Yeah, he's looked good. Other than the missed penalty the other night, but then again, he's very young, and you know where.
Yeah, I mean, he's young.
Can't judge him for that.
But especially this other guy.
Yeah. Well, my second one was Gonzalo Ramos. I won't. But my first one was Josko Gvardiol, the centre back from Croatia.
Gvardiol.
Yeah. I think he's been amazing. 19 years old, and talking about 19-year-olds, Jude Bellingham as well. I think Jude Bellingham has been brilliant for 19. I keep having to say to myself, he's 19. You know, he's not 23, he's not 24, he's not 25. He's 19. Jesus. You know, he's got 6 years until he's our age, and even then, 25, you've got another 6-7 years of playing. So got another 12 years on
long
the
career ahead.
Yeah.
Long career ahead.
Yeah, by the
you
time
never know with football, though. You don't know with football. Do you remember Bakali?
No. Oh, yes, it does ring a bell.
Bakali was one of the most promising youngsters. I don't know how long was it? 6 years ago, 7, 8 years ago.
Was he Dutch or Algerian or something? Was he?
He's from Belgium.
That was it. Yeah.
He's Belgian. And he moved to Valencia, and he was that type of player that I don't know. So you could maybe all understand it, listeners. Let's say FIFA, good old FIFA. If he was a FIFA player, he would have potential. Maybe an average of whatever he had at that time, 75 just to say something. But like a potential of 95. Like it was supposed to be the next Messi, quote unquote. And yeah, he disappeared. He completely disappeared. And he's now playing back in Belgium, if it has not moved. But
yeah. Well, any other players that have caught your eye this World Cup, Sento?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Okay.
Gonzalo Ramos and the Unahi guy from Morocco.
Yeah.
And Enzo Fernandez. I actually enjoyed him quite a lot. That's it. And Julian Alvarez. I never watched him play for Man City. Or not as much as I've been seeing him play this World Cup. What a player, this Julian Alvarez.
Yeah, he looks very good. And I think Rafa Leao has shown a few moments where you think, potentially, he's been coming off the bench for Portugal this tournament, and you start to think, you can see why Ronaldo got benched because Portugal have got quite a lot of young talent coming out of their ears. So, to Rafa Leao, Gonzalo Ramos, and
and they still have decent players which are not old yet, like Ruben Neves.
Yes, Bernardo.
Guedes, although he was not in this World Cup, but Bernardo Silva, Bruno Fernandes,
Ruben Diaz.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, should we just quickly talk about the semi-finals which are lined up? Argentina, Croatia, Morocco, France. What are your thoughts?
Give our
and also in the comments, you lot, give us your thoughts. What are your thoughts for Argentina, Croatia, Morocco, France? I think the first one is tomorrow evening, Tuesday. So tonight, Monday evening, 7:30. Snow still on the ground outside. Tomorrow evening, we're looking at, I think, Argentina, Croatia. I'm looking forward to it.
Okay, quick predictions then.
And down in the comments, please. Put it down in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe as well.
I'm going to go with a Argentina 2, Croatia 1. And they will actually go to extra time, and Argentina will score in the extra time.
Yeah, I
although I would like to, although I would like Croatia winning this. But, for me, those are my two favorite ones. If I could choose two teams to play a final, and either one of them winning, would be Croatia and Argentina.
Yeah.
But that's not possible. So I think for me, 2-1.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay, I think I'm going to go 1-1. Yeah, 1-1 at full time, and then I think another penalty shootout, mate. I think Argentina will win on penalties because Emi Martinez, their goalkeeper, is a bit of an animal at penalties.
Yeah.
Bit of an animal. And I could see it in his eye when the Argentines just knocked out the Dutch on penalties. Before a penalty was kicked, the way Emi Martinez was strolling around the pitch, he had a look in his eye. He looked like, this is it. I'm ready.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah,
I think he's a great penalty stopper.
Although you cannot, let's say, not think about the Croatian goalkeeper. I think it's amazing too. He has done a great job. Don't forget about that.
No,
in every single game.
Is he quite young? Am I right in thinking he's quite a young lad? Is he?
I'm not sure.
Was it Jovanovic?
Let me check it. No, it's Livankovic.
Livankovic. Okay.
Livankovic.
Dominic Livankovic. Okay. 27. Okay, so for a goalkeeper, he's still got a few years in it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
He could still have at least 8 years. as a goalkeeper.
And currently a goalkeeper for Dinamo Zagreb. Good club in his home country. Yeah, but he could definitely. They do play in Europe. They do play in Europe, but
you know what I thought after watching that game.
Valencia.
If we sell Mamardashvili, I would be bringing this guy because he shouldn't be very expensive.
No, experience now as well. To be
because he plays in Dinamo Zagreb and he's doing a great job. Great job. Yeah.
So we think Argentina heading through to the final, even though neither of us. I would like mainly for Messi, as I've said before. I'd like to see Messi through to the final.
That's my only reason. The thing is that
literally need to. It's the glitz and glamour, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the thing.
We want to see Messi, walk past that golden trophy.
For me. The thing is that Croatia, in general, have all of them, and also Modric. Modric is such a cool man.
Yeah, I know. And
he seems to be such a good person too, and Kovacic too.
Yeah,
Rakitic
I know what you mean
anymore, but I do like Rakitic too.
I'd quite like to. I wouldn't mind seeing either team go through, but we have both just predicted Argentina to make it to the final.
Yeah.
So as we said, get your predictions down below for that one. Put them down. We might even give you a like. Morocco, France, the next one. Morocco, obviously underdogs, coming up against the current champions. But I think this is going to be a good game. I can see this one being
I think this is
an intense
game of this World Cup.
Is there a history between the two clubs or not? No.
I don't know if there's a history between the two clubs, but every single time Morocco won, there's been a big trouble in France because a lot of Moroccan people in France, living in France.
Yes, okay.
And last French win, they also had a big trouble over there. Actually, a lot of trouble. Like, there's a lot of trouble every single time one of both teams win. And now it's one against the other one. So I think this is very spicy. Outside of football-wise, I think this is the end of Morocco's good luck. And I think we're going to see something like a 3-0 or 4-0 from France.
Really?
Yes. I think it's going to be a battering from France to Morocco. It has to be the end of his luck. I mean, it's Morocco. It's not a bad team, but it's not the best team at all. And they've got rid of Belgium, Spain, and Portugal. Mate, Morocco got rid of Belgium, Spain, and Portugal. This has to be the end. They cannot get rid of Belgium, Spain, Portugal, and France.
I mean, if they did, the thing is with Morocco, I think if they do make it to the final, I don't think they'll win it just because of the emotional downpour that will happen if they make the final. If they make the final, they'll already almost be in tears.
Too nervous.
Yeah. But I think can we complain at a France? Either we can't complain at either a France-Argentina final or a France-Croatia repeat final. I think both fixtures. I'm sorry, Morocco fans, but both of those fixtures are probably the ones we want to see. Probably the Argentina-France.
And Argentina-Morocco could be interesting because of what you said. Like, there's a lot of fans. Of both teams.
Yeah. So there's pros to all of it. Of it. No cons at all. But seeing Mbappe and Messi, both Paris Saint-Germain, in the final, Messi playing his last international game, I'm sure, in a World Cup final. Very Zidane-like, isn't it? But I'm sure Messi won't go around headbutting anyone.
I would rather then see an Argentina-Morocco, so Messi can win it. I don't want France winning this again.
Yeah, but I think I prefer to watch France lose in a final than Morocco. I don't know. What do you think?
Wouldn't you prefer to see a France? Currently, the actual is the winner of the previous World Cup, losing against Morocco in semifinals.
I mean, that would be.
I think that would have been even more funny.
Yeah. Anyway, I mean, drop down below, guys, what you all think for the final. Tweet us if you think maybe Morocco can go the whole way. Who knows? First African country to get to a semi-final. Who's to say Morocco can't end up lifting the little golden trophy centre? Give Sento a tweet on Twitter if you think Morocco are going to do it. At @rappanat_.
Oh my God. I mean, at this point, I'm not even gonna bet anymore.
No.
I mean, against Morocco. I mean, I think.
Do you know
I
what?
don't know.
As I'm just looking at our little itinerary for the podcast and the semi-finals, we're yet to see the outcomes of those, and then the final. 3 games left, obviously in the playoff for 3rd place, which is a load of bollocks as far as I'm concerned. Mm-hmm. This World Cup is pretty much coming to its conclusion. Are you happy with what you've seen at the World Cup, or has it been good? Disappointed you? Has it impressed you?
No, like we said at the beginning, it impressed me in every single way. Actually, it has impressed me. Firstly, that it's being held in Qatar.
Yeah,
it has impressed me. It has impressed me how bad they actually organized everything. Qatar. I mean, when they actually spent it more like 4 or 5 more times than the previous.
Yeah, we even saw a lot of Morocco fans struggling to get into the stadium against Portugal the other day.
Like, logistically has been horrible.
Yeah.
Morally has been horrible. But football-wise has been great.
For those at home on the sofa watching, it's been a very entertaining few weeks.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's the thing. But football-wise has been great. I don't know. There's been a lot of surprises. There's been a lot of surprises. That would be it, because there's a lot of small quote-unquote teams that you wouldn't expect doing as well as they did. I think Cameroon played really well, although it didn't went through. Ghana did a really nice job too. Senegal, for me, they were my favorites from Africa.
Yeah.
And then Morocco, I was definitely not expecting Morocco. I actually didn't even remember they were in the.
I've really enjoyed watching Morocco.
World Cup until Spain played against them.
Yeah, I really enjoyed. I've been enjoying watching Morocco. I think the manager's got them playing. Yeah, he's got them playing like they literally want to, die on the pitch for him.
Yeah.
So.
I don't like their style. I don't like their style of just
playing
without ball,
it isn't
defending
attractive,
all the time. And then,
but it's nice to watch a team sort of put everything into it, isn't it?
That is true. That is true.
But yeah, I mean, this World Cup's been going on now for around 20 days, 22 days, around that. 18th, or was it 20th of November it started, was it? 20th of November. So about 22 days. It's gone quick, isn't it?
Yeah, really quick, actually.
Yeah.
Really quick.
Very quickly. I mean, very strange. I mean, yesterday I was out late last night playing in the snow in London, and a World Cup is on. A World Cup is on, and I'm out in the snow, and I'm sat next to a Christmas tree as well. I mean, very strange, and we'll probably never see anything like it again. Instead of a barbecue and a beer, which is more preferable, I think, along with a bit of football, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I think I would prefer a barbecue and a beer with a big screen. Oh yes.
Yeah. Well, I think I'm already excited for this World Cup's not even finished. I'm already excited for the next one. Let's forget that, the Euros. If England get drawn with Spain in the Euros, we'll have to get together and watch it, won't we?
I want to see an England-Spain final at some point.
That'd be good.
I think that's going to be great. We have to be together.
We have to. Yeah.
When that happens.
I think we're going to try and aim to get out to the USA World Cup anyway. I think we should anyway.
Of course.
Yeah.
If we cannot get to the actual final in the stadium, I mean, we at least have to be together watching in a pub or somewhere.
Yeah.
With Ham, obviously, and the rest.
Well, just before we do leave you, I think I'll run a quick thing past you, Sento. I have already been thinking about Chelsea and the Premier League.
Ooh.
2 weeks.
Excited?
2 weeks. 2 weeks until Chelsea play. 27th is our first game back. No, not really. And it's nothing against Graham Potter, really. It's actually against the fan base creating such a toxic atmosphere around the fact that he cannot fail, pretty much. I mean, he's not allowed to fail. He's got to win every game. No ifs, no buts. But what actually gets me the most, and what I'm afraid of the most, is...
That's not good for Potter.
We all looked at the Potter-Tuchel decision as, the owners know what they're doing and this is their plan. If we now see Potter lose a few games and get the sack or something, we suddenly look like the owners don't have a clue what they're doing. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So it's quite... I'm worried. And it's not Potter's fault. It's purely uncertainty around the club.
Is there an atmosphere of Potter?
A bit, yeah.
Could be sacked?
Yeah, on
Really?
Twitter, there's a lot of like fans who are not really fans. And I think in the stadium as well, a lot of people are still quite annoyed that Tuchel got sacked. And they're not quite convinced about Potter yet. So, yeah, there's a lot of conversation
it just
around
started,
it.
Really.
I know. And he's not even had a transfer window.
I mean, that's it. Yeah, he didn't even have a transfer window. Like, what the hell, man?
Yeah.
At least, for me, always give it a season. Always at least one season. Then we'll see.
Anyway, that's enough for Premier League football and domestic football for now. Still in the World Cup. Semi-final is starting tomorrow evening, which will be Tuesday. The 13th. Tuesday the 13th. Tuesday the 13th of December.
That was challenging.
Yeah, very challenging.
13th.
But no, yeah, good chat. I'm glad. It's almost like therapy, isn't it, when you get knocked out of a World Cup and to talk over it. So,
yeah, it is.
I'm sure Sam
could
could
have
done
done the
well
World Cup with different eyes, right? Like you have fun with it, but in a different way. You know, like you're more carefree. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you enjoy football more.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Anyway, thank you everyone for listening. Check out all our other episodes. Plenty to get stuck in with. We've got one centered purely on NFTs and Web3 and crypto as well. If you want to learn a bit more about that, me, Sento, and Sam discuss it at length. We'll be doing more of that in the future as well. But yeah, all football related. La Liga, Premier League. Don't forget on Twitter, we also got a load of nice pixel art based on football players and kits and things like that. So do get involved and have a chat with us. We love to have a chat, don't we, Sento?
Of course, we always love to have a chat, even more if it's about football.
Exactly. Yeah. So, yeah, thanks for listening and see you next time. Well, Sam will be joining us.
Bye-bye.
Be nice to animals and be nice to bloody people, actually.
Yeah, everyone.
Have a good day. Merry Christmas. That's what I'd say. Maybe, I don't know, I mean, that's quite a polite thing to be saying, isn't it? That's like saying, I've got an opportunity here to do some good. I'm going to make use of it. When actually you could just say...
Fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you, literally.
Alrighty.
It's an hour and a half again, though.
Yeah, I was literally looking at that.